Good morning everyone. My name is Rajesh Saini, PGT Physics, KV Harsinghpura, District Karnal, State Haryana. For the upcoming IISF 2023, I am having so many beautiful activities, experiments. In that series, my first activity is this ring launcher. So this device is known as the ring launcher. Here solenoid is there. This is the first coil. With this activity, we can beautifully explain the process of mutual induction and production of eddy current, minimization of eddy current. So in first activity, I am having one coil attached with the bulb, another coil attached with the current. So when I put this coil like this, and current in the primary, this is the primary and this is the secondary, is passed for a moment, we see that this bulb glows. What does it mean? That there is a production of current in this coil due to the phenomena of mutual induction. Next, we can easily explain the production of eddy current. For that, I am having two rings with me. One is conducting ring, aluminium ring, another was in plastic ring. So when I put this ring like this and current in the primary is passed, so this ring launches in the air. Reason being, because when current in this coil is changed, eddy currents are produced in this coil and this coil jumps into the air. Now I am having second coil of plastic one. As it is plastic, no eddy currents are produced in it. Now to minimize the eddy current, what we will do, we will make a cut. This is the ring with no cut. We will make some cut here. Now when current is passed in the primary coil, now the ring is not jumping in the air. Reason being, because due to this cut, resistance increases and eddy current decreases. So this is how we can easily demonstrate about the mutual induction, production of eddy current and minimization of eddy current. Thank you. So in the next interactive session, I am having one activity based on transformer. This is the input supply. I am having two coils. This is where the input is applied, is the primary, and this is the coil where output is obtained, is the secondary coil. This coil is having 600 turns and this coil is having 3600 turns. So what does it mean? It will act like a step up transformer. So now my input supply, when I switch on the supply, my input voltage I'm having 10 volt and at the output I'm obtaining 48 volt. So what does it mean? That this transformer is doing step up working now. If I do the reverse, if I apply the input at this point, now at the primary number of turns will be more and I'll obtain the output from this coil. Now it will act like a step down transformer. So by using this activity, we can have a better understanding of how transformer works. Thank you. Now in this interesting activity, we can easily demonstrate about the Pascal's law. So I am having apparatus with me, having two syringes of different area of cross section. This is the syringe of smaller area of cross section. This is the syringe having larger area of cross section. And a fluid is there. I have filled fluid, that is water. So if I'll apply pressure here, as per the Pascal's law, it will equally transmit in all the directions, even to the walls of the container. So with this, we can easily make them to understand that if I have to lift some heavy loads, suppose this is a heavy load, we will keep it on the pistons of larger area of cross section and I simply apply a very smaller force. So we can see that this is rising in the upward direction, because the pressure applied here is equally transmitted to the all directions. So if I will apply a small force to the pistons of smaller area of cross section, we will get a larger force at the piston having larger area of cross section. Thank you. Now in this activity I'm going to demonstrate about production of eddy currents and the minimization of eddy currents. So I'm having a battery that is attached with the transformer, and I'm having soft iron core is there. So when the supply is off, so this is not acting like a magnet, and observe the oscillations. Of this plate. This plate is freely oscillating, but when I'll switch on it and again I will make it to rotate in the magnetic field, it comes to rest. I'll show it again. So when the current is passed from this transformer coil, what happens? Eddy currents are produced in this conductor, which opposes any kind of change. So its oscillations becomes damped. Now I'll replace this plate with another plate having strips. I have cut some strips from this plate. Now I'll make this plate to oscillate. Now it will come to the rest sometimes later as compared to this plate. Reason being, when strips are made, what happens? The resistance increases and the eddy current decreases. If eddy current decreases, then the damping also decreases. So with this activity we can make the learners to understand what are eddy currents, how they are produced, and how these can be minimized. Thank you. Now in this next experiment, I'm going to demonstrate about the single slit experiment and double slit experiment. Learners find it difficult to understand what is interference and what is diffraction. So with this beautiful activity, with this beautiful setup, we can make them to understand the interference pattern and the diffraction pattern. So I'm having two slits in my hands. This is the double slit and this is the single slit, and I'm having a laser source. First of all, you observe the laser source that is pointing on the screen. Now I'll put double slit in the path of the light source, and again we will see what happens on the screen. So I'll put this double slit into the path of the light source. Now see what happens to the screen. So when double slit is placed in the path of the laser, you can see the beautiful interference pattern. Central bright fringe, then dark fringes, then first maximas. So with this the learners can have a better understanding about the interference pattern. I'll introduce the single slit in the path of the light source. So when single slit is introduced, see what happens at the screen. So we can see the diffraction pattern, the central maxima, then dark fringes, then bright fringes. So with this, the learner can have a better understanding and they can easily differentiate between the interference and the diffraction. Now in this activity, I'm going to demonstrate how charges are produced. So I'm having a plastic scale and a cloth in my hands. So with this activity, we can make the learners to understand how charges are produced. So when I rub this plastic scale with the cloth, and I'll bring it near to the gold leaf electroscope. So you can see that the gold leaf moves, reason being due to the rubbing, charges produced on the scale. When I brought this scale near to the gold leaf foil, the same charge on the metal strip and the gold foil make repulsive force. I am having another beautiful activity. I am having this Venn diagram generator with me. This is the dome of the Venn diagram generator. Whatsoever charge produced due to the rubbing is collected over the dome, and I will bring this neon bulb. You see that it is not glowing now and it is not connected with any external source. When I will bring this neon bulb near to the dome, the charge flows from the dome to the bulb and electricity is produced and the bulb glows. Again I will show you. So this is how we can demonstrate the learners about the charge.